Hey guys, so this idea came to me with all the recent talk about schools and shootings and, various odds and ends along with those sorts of things. So, and since you guys know that I'm in school to become a teacher one day, I thought that I would talk to you guys about teachers with guns. Don't forget to like this video and comment below your opinions, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos because, I love it when you subscribe, and I love it, and I love you, so yeah. But what I really want to talk about is my thoughts on my face itches. My thoughts on teachers with guns. I have mixed feelings about guns. I have mixed feelings about teachers with guns. I have mixed feelings about the whole situation. Part of me thinks that maybe if teachers had guns and they were trained properly with them, that it could maybe work out. But then the part of me that's like more logical thinks that it probably wouldn't work out, because I've heard that even people who are trained with guns or trained to use guns still make mistakes. But I think that's the problem that I have with guns, honestly. I understand that yes, guns don't kill people necessarily, people kill people, I get that. But I've heard of so many times where either a child got their hands on a gun and they accidentally shot somebody, and it's not even a child issue. It is, but it's anybody can get their hand on a gun and literally make a mistake. It's not foolproof. Guns aren't foolproof, I think the other thing is that a lot of people care about their rights, which I understand to a point. I don't think that gun rights should be more important than human rights, which some people would argue that those are both the same thing, which, yeah, having the right to own a gun is a human right, and the right to live is a right. They're both human rights. But what's more important? You owning a gun or children living? Personally, I think children living is more important. But for me, if lawmakers decided to enable teachers to own guns, and if that happens to happen in the future, and when I become a teacher, I wouldn't have a problem. I've never shot a gun in my life. Never touched a gun have I touched a gun? I think I've touched a gun, maybe. Yeah, I have. I've touched a gun. I've never shot a gun. Do I want to shoot a gun? Yes and no. Yes, because I feel like it would be an empowering kind of feeling. And no, because I don't know if I would trust myself with a gun. I think that's part of the issue. And I think that's another thing. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of teachers, I should say, on Twitter, talking about how they need better materials, better tools to teach students. They don't need guns, which is a good point. And I understand most teachers not wanting to be in that position. We actually talked about the issue in my biology class, I think it was 2 weeks ago. And no, 3 weeks ago. Something like that. And basically my biology teacher said that, yeah, she wouldn't feel comfortable having a gun. And one of the students in my class, he basically said, it's probably not the best idea, but he was kind of on the fence, I think. But I understand teachers not wanting to have guns. I think a more fruitful idea for school safety would be to have more guards. Me and my dad, we were talking about this, and he said that now most schools have one guard or so in schools, and if they had 6 guards for each school, I think that would be better. I personally think that, because if it's somebody or they could have maybe ex-military individuals or ex-police officers not, well, veterans, I should say. Like veteran police officers or veteran military personnel, they could get those kind of people in schools. I mean, yes, it would be definitely a transition period, and it would be maybe scary for children to see an armed person. But what else are we going to do? I mean, what else? What other solution could there be? Like, that to me seems like the best solution, in my opinion, to have people who are trained to have a gun and use a gun to be in schools to protect children. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's true, like, teachers shouldn't have to worry about this kind of stuff. But at the same time, we don't live in a perfect world. We don't. And, I mean, if we don't make some kind of stand and some kind of change to the situation, it's probably gonna happen again. And do we really want that? No. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, it's devastating and it's horrible, and I hate when I see people who care more about guns than people. Like, a group of 17 teenagers lost their lives. And some people care more about guns and gun rights and owning a gun than that. And I think that's wrong. I mean, no offense to people who are gun owners or people who are very, very, very strong proponents of guns, like people who love guns and people who want their rights to be intact. I get that. I get that you don't want your rights to be barred with. But think of it put yourself in a teacher's perspective, or a teacher's shoes, or a child's shoes, or put yourself into the position of one of those 17 children that died. I mean, like, if you put yourself into their position, I think it makes a lot more sense to do something about guns. Or at least, I mean, because, I mean, the likelihood of anybody being able to deal with the mental illness problem of this situation, I mean, I don't know if that's even possible. So, I personally think that the only thing that makes sense is getting more guards into those schools. Because the probability of a teacher versus a veteran military personnel or a veteran police officer having a gun, I mean, the probability of the teacher making a mistake or the child in the classroom making a mistake and finding the gun and who knows, is probably a lot higher than somebody who has actual, you know, experience with guns and safety, and that's what they've done for most of their lives, is protecting people. So, but I mean, I feel like if a teacher had a taser or pepper spray or maybe a very small handgun, like, I don't think that would be a horrible idea if teachers were, at the very least, if most teachers were trained or taught how to use a gun or pepper spray or tasers, you know, or they had access to those kinds of things, or even self-defense. Even if teachers took self-defense classes, like, that might be a better idea in the long run. I mean, I'm just spitballing here. I'm just trying to think of ways that we can combat this situation and this issue. I'm tired of hearing about school shootings on the news. I'm tired of hearing about young lives being taken away. It needs to end. And I don't know what has to happen for more people to care about this. I think it's just an issue of, like I said, some people care more about guns than other people. That's just how it is. And then, you know, government officials, I feel like they're kind of like this. Like, some of them care more about the lives of innocent children, and some of them care more about, you know, the NRA and gun ownership. So, as someone who's always felt safe in a school environment and who wants to be a teacher someday and who has been in schools, another point that I want to make is that I've never been into a school, as far as I know, where I didn't have to buzz in. Not that this is a foolproof plan or foolproof way to keep schools safe, but I've never been able to just walk into a school before. I've never been able to do that, and I am an innocent white woman, you know? So, I mean, I just don't understand how these people can enter these schools so easily. And also, I think another solution might be metal detectors. I mean, honestly, any kind of measure that would be taken to secure schools would cost money, which I'm sure is another issue on people's minds. But I think money shouldn't even be on an issue because it's people's lives. So metal detectors can be another possibility, just to make sure that guns don't go into schools. I mean, I just feel like some of the stuff is like, should have been handled many years ago. Like we should have thought of this like many years ago. I don't know. But I'm all for banning guns, to be honest. Also, I'm you know, I just think they're too dangerous. But especially, we should ban AR-15s, because those are the main weapons that have been used in most of these mass shootings that have happened in this country. So, and other countries have done similar things. They've banned guns, and now they don't have shootings. So I don't know. But at the same time, I understand that yes, we're not other countries, we're America. And yes, we have probably, I don't even know how many guns we have in this country, but we have a lot of guns. And I understand that. Like, the likelihood of... Damn car. Oh, it's the mailman. The mailman's car. But, I know the likelihood of getting rid of all the guns out there is slim to none, but there has to be some solution. So those are my initial thoughts and feelings about teachers with guns and school safety, and the solutions that I thought of, with others in mind also, to this problem. It's a big problem, and I'm just tired of hearing about these shootings. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. If you have opinions, thoughts, feelings, I didn't mean to offend anybody, so hopefully I didn't. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below, and or go to my social medias, which are always in the down bar below. I tweet. I probably tweet once a day, I would say, overall. So yeah, you can talk to me on Twitter. Snapchat is something that I'm trying to get more into, but it's not the easiest thing to do. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Like I've already said 5 times. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my videos, which I hope you do. I'm trying to get better. But yeah, so I will see you in my next video, and I hope, and welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye!